you see me, rat chicka cat, chicky cat, like, and people was like, oh, you bold, you know what I'm saying? So even though, like, and at that time, I wasn't as comfortable, like, trying to be a singer, I was really trying to be in the industry at that time, right? So, like, I wasn't sure how to, like, navigate through my sexuality.
What's up, everyone? Thank you for tuning in. It's your girl, Yuri G, and I'm here with all the tea with
Maven Logik Lee.
Okay, so Logic. Is it okay that I call you Logic?
Sure.
How you doing today?
I could be better, but I'm glad that I'm able to talk with you guys.
Ooh, sounds depressing. No,
no, I don't want to.
But
goodbye.
Okay, we see that creative work is displayed in many forms. Let's first spit a little tea on Maven Logik Lee, the person. Okay, for those in our audience who may not know, who may not yet know, where are you from? How has that influenced the diversity of your creative work?
Okay, so the question is, where am I from?
And how has that influenced the diversity of your creative work?
Okay, so I am originally from St. Louis, and I've lived in a lot of different places: Kansas City, Chicago, New Orleans, Detroit, Dallas, somewhere else. I can't even remember. Oh, Philly. So all of that has kind of contributed to me as a person. I've taken all of those experiences and kind of put them into, my work, my philosophy, my thoughts, just experiencing different types of people. I can say the main thing that I've gotten from those experiences is communication skills. There's literally endless ways to communicate, and I've learned that people communicate so differently depending on where you are and stuff like that. And so I kind of put that into my work. And I guess my work, you could say, is like advocacy, or like, because I do so much different shit. Like, so I'm sorry, can I curse? But I do so many different things. So the main thing that I try to put in everything I do is clear communication. Sometimes it doesn't like come out as good as I want to, but I don't know. Hopefully, I answered the question.
Okay. Well, that was your answer. So.
Oh. That makes you feel like I didn't answer the question.
So how did you decide on the name Maven Logik Lee, and why the K in Logic?
So the name Logic was given to me. My first stage name. Whoa. I'm sorry. I just hit something on my phone, y'all. I'm so sorry. We good? Okay. So, my first stage name was Lyric, and I had to change it because I had like a god sister who was also like, we were like around the same age. I was a little bit older, but her stage name was Lyric, and it was like too similar, so I had to change my name. And when I started going to these open mic poetry events, there were these guys that were there. I was basically the only openly like queer LGBTQ person in these spaces. And I would come and I would recite my poetry all the time, but also I would have like conversations with people, and people were getting to know me, and so they was just like, "What's gonna be your name?" And so they was just like, "You know what, bruh, you Logic." So they gave me Logic or whatever, because I was more of a poet than a singer at the time, even though I've been singing forever. But they gave me the name Logic, and originally Logic was with a C. It was Logic. And so then years went past, and I was like, oh, a K just seems cuter, so I just changed the C to a K. But then I started walking ballroom, right? And people start calling my original ballroom name was Brooklyn, and that didn't work out, and so people start calling me Logic in the ballroom scene. So it started becoming a problem because Logic in the ballroom scene was kind of going some with Logic the performer, and I didn't like it at the time. Like I didn't like when you press my name into YouTube, and like if you're looking for me to sing, you see me rat chicka cat chicky cat, like and people was like, oh, you bold, you know what I'm saying? So even though like and at that time I wasn't as comfortable like trying to be a singer. I was really trying to be in the industry at that time, right? So like I wasn't sure how to like navigate through my sexuality. So before I could even have conversations sometimes with people, like for a show or something or a gig, they were like, "Oh, you're gay." You know what I'm saying? Before they even like knew me or anything. But it was basically because they were able to go on YouTube and see a video of like me doing gay stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I have to figure out something so that I'm not like crossing these two like whatever. And so what I decided to do was change my stage name. I kept my ballroom name as Logic, right? And I changed my stage name. Well, I had a bunch of different stage names, but I ultimately ended up settling with Maven Lee. Okay? I'm almost done. So, once I started doing that and I had Maven Lee over here and Logic over here, it was great. It was cool. But then people started reading me. It was like, girl, you're not going to have these 5 names. Like, I can't, you know what I'm saying? Because people that knew me in both scenes just had an issue with, like, being specific. So I got to the point where now where I'm like, I'm Maven Logik Lee. I walk walls. I sing. I dance. I do all of that. These are all my names. Bam. And so that's it. Long, but I tried to give you the full story.
Okay, so you are amazingly talented vocalist. When did you start singing, and who are your inspirations? You don't have to name me first.
Ooh. I started singing when I was, probably like 5. Yeah, I was probably like 5. I started singing I started singing for real when I was like 12, 11 to 12.
So who's your inspiration?
Brand- Brandy. Brandy is my number one. I love you, Brandy. D'Angelo, Ella Fitzgerald, India Arie, Lenny Kravitz. Um, who else? B Slade. People may not know who he is, but if you listen to gospel, he's known as Tone. Bilal. Um, yeah, those are my. Oh, Tina Turner. I love you some Tina Turner and Prince. That's it. Those are my faves. Well, I got a lot of other faves, but those are my main ones.
I'm so glad that you said Beyonce too. Yes.
Oh, let's be clear. Let's be very clear on this line that I did not say Beyonce at all.
It's okay. Even though you didn't say it for this interview, we know that you love her.
We don't.
And we do know that when her project comes out, she's going to wipe Brandy clear off the map.
So I'm trying to figure out if you want this interview to be over or we're not doing that. And, I'm already traumatized by the fact that she's doing this, whatever she's doing, the same day as Brandy. So I really don't want to talk about that.
Okay, so can you tell us about any new music releases of yours?
Any music of mine?
Mm-hmm. Any new releases of yours?
Mm-hmm. Any new releases? No, I re-released some stuff. So I had an EP that was out, and I took that down. Um, I didn't like it. I just thought it was terrible, and I'm super critical of myself. So I was like, no, that's go. And I mean, I decided to put some things out. So there are some things on Apple and Spotify and all of that that folks can listen to. They're live recordings, so not really a lot of studio work on them. They're just me singing with instruments, me singing with beats, raw. You might even hear like a little you know, once, twice in there, but you get the fact that I'm singing. I'm singing down, you know. But there are definitely live records that you can go listen to on Apple and iTunes, Spotify, and all of that stuff. Um, but not but and I have a new project coming out very soon. An EP coming out very soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a choreographer and a dance instructor. What styles of dance do you have a favorite style of dance?
I'm a what?
Okay, so you're also a choreographer and dance instructor. What styles of dance?
Am I a choreographer? I have not. Listen, I don't know where that information came from. Fake news. Fake news. No, I'm just playing. I haven't choreographed anything in years. So I wouldn't call myself a choreographer. I wouldn't even call myself a dancer these days. I just it's been years, almost 10 years since I've um, done choreography and actually danced on a major level. But if I was, what was your question again?
So, what's the styles of dance that
Okay,
you
so
specialize in, or that you would instruct?
right. So when I was a dancer, um, I was really good at jazz, and I was good at hip hop. Those were my two main subjects. I was okay with ballet. I had a sickening toe touch. That's basically because I was very stretched out um, in my young days, very stretchy in my young days, legs up. Very stretchy in my good old young days. So I could, give you a good stretch. So I was good at
Oh yeah,
jazz.
a good stretch. Yeah, deep tea.
I was very stretchy. But yeah, so jazz and hip hop, I was decent at. No, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was okay. I wasn't that great at tap, but I was really good at jazz and hip hop. I also did a little of West African for a minute. I would love to try that again and kind of get back into that. Um, so those were my main styles.
So, what's your favorite style?
Ooh, my favorite style to watch is probably African dancing. That's my favorite style to watch. I also enjoy lyrical and interpretive dance. Um, so those are my two favorites. Maven Logik Lee.
No social media handles you would like to share?
You may access all of my social media handles from MavenLogically.com.